What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And last time we was in this spot, we was talking about the full bolt-ons that I had done to the car and if it made any difference and if they are worth it. Well, now the car is boosted, and I was talking about boosting the car at that point, I believe. So now we are back here at the same spot, and yeah, now we're going to talk about the Supercharger. And to everybody that's new to the channel, I have a 2000 Mustang GT. It has a 2.1 liter Kenny Bell. It's an intercooled kit. You can buy them, I guess you can buy them unintercooled, but I got my kit used a few months ago. If you scroll down through my old videos, you'll see the reveal of the Supercharger and the install. And this one came with the intercooler, which thank God, because Kenny Bells get pretty warm. The blowers definitely get warm, and the intercooler definitely helps keep it cool. So I'm going to go over a little overview on the car on everything that's been done to it. Obviously it had the 2.1 liter Kenny Bell. Let me go ahead and pop the hood real quick so I can show you. And there she is. I need to get some kind of struts on this. But yes, this is the blower, and this is the cold air intake that comes with it. It comes with a 90mm mass airflow sensor. The alternator gets relocated and turned backwards, which is kind of weird. I thought that was weird at first, but that's how it works. It comes with the bell, comes with this whole little system here. And I must say, to install, it's not hard at all. If you've ever done an intake swap on these cars, it's kind of similar. But you do have some extra stuff like running your little coolant reservoir for your intercooler. That all runs up underneath here, and all that stuff for the intercooler to keep the blower cool. But the install is fairly simple, and this is a 9-pound pulley. This is what comes with the blower. This is what's recommended for 2 valves with the stock bottom end. And yes, this has the stock bottom end, so you don't want to really push much more than that, or you're going to be in danger zone of blowing a rod. And I've had a lot of people ask me how much horsepower this thing pushes. Well, typically, Kenny Bell says with this kit, I haven't had it dynoed yet, by the way, is I'm running on an email tune, and yes, the dyno tune will be coming down the road. But right now, it should be around 400 to the wheels, but I'd say with the cheap dyno tune I have on it, I'd say, we're not dyno tune, email tune. Okay, that dude just blew the horn at me. The last time I was here, someone blew the horn at me. Oh well. But with this particular kit, I'd say, with my tune, I'd say around 380, 390. I may be pushing 400. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't had it dynoed, and this is just a cheap tune, like I said, so it could get a little bit more out of it with a good dyno tune. But like I said, the dyno tune is coming. This is debating on where to take it. I'm still debating if I should take it to Woodbine. It's a good ways away to drive, and I just don't know if I feel like traveling that far. But he did do an excellent job on the email tune. That's who I went with for the email tune. I went with Woodbine Motorsports. Very good. He definitely cares about the vehicles. He said he would not tune my car without the OEM cool packs. But of course, I replaced all the cool packs after I put the Supercharger on because I was having problems with it that long ago. I did use Duralast, but it's temporary. I am going back to OEM or something else that's even better. Whatever he recommends. But right now, I'm running those in cars ran fine ever since, but I will switch them out one day. And other mods I have is a BBK off-road X-pipe with stock manifolds and borderline attacks, and these things are loud, and I definitely want the car to breathe out the exhaust a little bit better with the blower, because they say with boosted applications you should get rid of your cats. Some people don't, but a lot of people do, and I do prefer getting rid of the cats. But to get an off-road X-pipe is kind of hard nowadays, so I don't know why the EPA had to step in and ruin all the fun for the car guys. So here's what to expect with a blower on a 2-valve. You're going to be running through a lot of gas. I mean, a lot of gas. This thing became more of a gas hog. And I remember someone told me when you boost cars, it typically helps the MPG. Not true at all. Nope. I burned through more gas than I ever have with the bolt-ons and a Bama tune. And yes, you're going to judge me for a Bama tune. I did have a Bama tune on this, but I had good luck with it. I never had problems with it. I ran a Bama tune on this thing for a straight year before I put the Supercharger on. My only complaint is that this the bypass valve right here, these things tend to have issues. Like when I unplug it from the Supercharger, the car runs smooth. When I plug it back into the Supercharger, the car has like a little pop at out the exhaust, which is weird, but that's the only problem I really had. I mean, it doesn't really affect performance any. It's something that's common with these cars, but that's one thing to look into before getting a Kenny Bell, because that is one of their known issues. But other than that, it's not a bad kit. I definitely 100% recommend this kit. The only thing I would change out is the cold air intake, because I don't like how big the filter is. It's like it picks up all the road grime and everything, and it gets dirty so quick because of how big it is. And yeah, I'm going to get rid of this cold air intake system too. I'm going to go with K&N at some point, but for now, I'm rocking this until I get a dyno tune and all that stuff. And also, be prepared to switch out your clutch. My clutch, you can't bang gears in this thing anymore without the clutch slipping, and the clutch is in really bad shape. The throttle bearing is in really bad shape. It's like you can hear the throttle bearing just going, it just doesn't sound good, and it doesn't feel good neither. It's like the clutch feels like a rough grinding. The clutch is about to go out at some point. That's why I've been babying it. I don't really run it too hard, but it's fine as long as you don't bang gears quick and dump the clutch hard. It's fine doing like pulls and all that stuff, but definitely recommend your clutch. I recommend upgrading your clutch 100%. You need to with this kit. I mean, you're pushing like 160 more horsepower than what you were stock, and I'm pretty sure the stock clutch, and this has a Michelob clutch in it, and I'm pretty sure Michelob, I don't know how you say it, but yeah, but I bought it used and it was already worn out, so definitely get a fresh clutch when you do this application, especially if you abused your clutch before supercharging it. But yeah, I definitely recommend upgrading it. In this particular kit, I forgot what pound injectors that are, 36 or 37 pound injectors that comes with the kidney belt kit. And so what comes with the kit is obviously the belt, the blower, the intercooler that's underneath the blower, and the intercooler, I guess how you call that the intercooler too. But it comes with all that. It comes with the bracket. It comes with pretty much everything you need. It does come with a booster pump, which I wired that up to the trunk. And when you wire up your booster pump, don't wire it up. There's a part over here on the blower where when it hits a certain amount of boost, it kicks on, the booster pump kicks on. I hooked it up to where it's on all the time, so it's definitely running 100% of the time. Because if you don't, it just doesn't get in the boost right. It just doesn't run right unless you know, have that running all the time. That's why I did, but I don't know. Some people say it burns your fuel pump up, but that's not true. I've never had a problem. I have 5,000 miles on this kit, and I've never had a problem with the fuel pump ever. My car has had some minor issues after putting the blower on. Like, I have like a little slight bucking when I'm just cruising down the road. The car like cut out, like the air fuel ratio gauge will cut out all the way out to lean out, and it's weird. I don't know what it is. I cleaned the mass airflow sensor and it came back. But I'm not talking about the problems of the car. I think it's all in the tune. But once I get this thing tuned right, which I do need to get it down to tune, then this thing will run 100%. But other than that, it's running good. I mean, it's got definitely a lot more power than what it had originally. I mean, this thing was a slouch before. It sounded good, and with the 410 gears that I have in the rear end, it got out of its own way. But with the blower, it's a world of difference. I mean, this thing, it feels like a Coyote, basically, a stock Coyote. Maybe it actually pushes a little bit more than a stock Coyote, at least the first gen. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely 100% worth it if you're looking for more power for a 2-valve and able to beat things that you shouldn't have been able to beat before. And it does have like a it does have a slight whistle when you start it up, and I'm going to show that to you right now. You can definitely hear the blower even inside the car when you're at a light or something. You can hear it. And over here's this light pop that I'm talking about coming out the exhaust. Alrighty, now we're going to do some driving. I'm going to set the camera up on the window. You can definitely hear the whistle a little bit just when under a small load, when you're just going like real slow, of course. If you're going any faster, you're going to hear any other noises, you won't be able to hear it. I'm not going to get into it too hard. Like I said, my clutch isn't too happy with me at all. I'm going to actually probably order one tomorrow and get that swapped out. But that got me up to 60 just like that, and that wasn't even fully get into it. I mean, that's probably kind of slow to some of you guys if you have anything a little bit quicker. And as you can tell, the car is bucking, but that's something in the tune, I think. I don't know what that is. Like I said, I cleaned the mass airflow sensor. It stopped it for a while. I don't know if the mass airflow is dirty or bad or something again. I don't know what it is, but before the car started bucking, the drivability is pretty good in this thing. But now it's bucking, but that's nothing to do with the supercharger. Alrighty guys, picking this up a day later. Sorry I couldn't get too many pulls in. My clutch was acting up yesterday. I guess from riding around it was getting warm. And I didn't really get into it at all yesterday, except for that little bit that I did in the video. But I do need a new clutch. I'm debating on which clutch to go with. I don't want anything too majorly expensive, but nothing too cheap to where it's not gonna last. I want something that's in the happy medium, I guess. But yeah, I didn't really know what to film, but I figured I'd give an overview of my car for anybody that's new to the channel or anybody that has a whole bunch of questions, like asking how much horsepower it has. So hopefully I answered your questions. If you have any more, drop them down below. I'm always free to answer questions. I haven't done one of these in a very long time because I don't really get many people using my hashtag on Instagram. But shout out to Blake. He's another YouTube creator. Make sure you go follow him and check out his channel. He's built on a 2-valve just like me, and he's actually in Florida, so he's probably able to make better content than I am during the winter, because right now it's freezing cold and I can barely get out and do anything. But if you want to shout it out in the next video, make sure you use hashtag reapergt on Instagram. I always check it every time I do a video, or most of the times, not lately because nobody's been using it. Decided to check it today and Blake started using my hashtag, so sweet. So you guys can go use my hashtag and get shouted out. Alrighty guys, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.